Hey guys, welcome back to the channel today. This is PrepTexas. Today we're going to do a video about preparing your family for a world war. So guys, if you're like me, if you're a prepper, then your mind is constantly thinking of sometimes the worst possible scenarios. And as things escalate in the East, as they have been, I start thinking about my entire family's loadout. And I start trying to assess the things that I have and maybe the things that my family are missing. If something terrible happens and we have to hit the road or we have to go out on foot, I want to make sure that every member of my family has the things that they need to survive. Not only that, it's going to make it a lot easier on me if my family can pull their own weight in an SHTF situation. So I put together some of our gear for you guys just to kind of see the type of loadout that we have, and I want to have a realistic look here at the type of loadout that maybe you can expect to have during a world war or an SHTF situation with your family. So let's jump in and talk about the contents of this loadout. Alright, so let's start with what I set up for my son here. Now when it comes to kids loadouts and SHTF, they're going to differ quite a bit from an adult loadout. And they're still going to have things, again, depending on their age, like firearms, water filtration, camouflage, things like that. Also keep in mind, in fact, that if they could just carry their portions of food and water, it's a huge help to you during SHTF. So make sure they have the essentials that they need, but then pack them down with the most amount of food and water that they can carry for themselves. That way you have to carry less for the rest of your family. But ultimately, make sure that they are trained and ready to do what they need to do in an SHTF situation. One of the things that I put in my son's kit is this Life Straw bottle. And this is a great water filtration system for children because you just essentially fill the bottle with water, put the cap back on, and drink it like normal. It filters it as it comes out. So if you haven't checked these out, check out these Life Straw bottles because they're a great addition to a child's SHTF loadout. So for his bag, we just have a Magellan bag here from Academy. It's nice and camouflage. It's kind of a small bag, but it holds plenty for him and it fits him well, so he's not overloaded during a situation where he might have to walk a long distance. The rifle that my son's carrying is a Savage Cricket. This is a single shot bolt action 22 with a 1:6 scope, and it's a great little gun for taking squirrels, or even if it comes down to it, self-defense. The main thing is make sure your child is comfortable with whatever weapon you give them, well trained and responsible enough, mature enough to use that weapon in a correct and safe manner. I found this child-sized gas mask at a local military surplus store. It takes the same type filters as the full-size gas mask, and it's very convenient. It also comes with a drinking straw. So this is a great piece of equipment to have if you have children and want to make sure that they're as protected as you are. Now let's talk about my wife's loadout. Now this loadout is going to be a little more complex than my son's, but not quite as complex as mine. My wife does have some training with small arms, but she's still not up to par with training with things like chest rigs. So her loadout is going to be a little more simple than mine, a little more ease of use, and a little bit lighter as well. So we can make sure that we're not stressing her out or wearing her out overly in an SHTF situation. So as you can see here, her bag is just like an outdoor edge bag. Again, probably from Academy. And it's something that used to be gray that we have kind of spray painted down camouflage. And it works really well, carries quite a bit of gear for her, and it's not too heavy, so she can continue to go if we need to go on foot. My wife's primary weapon choice is the Kel-Tec Sub 2000. It's a very lightweight package, and you can find 30-round clips that are interchangeable with Glock pistols as well. And 9mm is a caliber that we keep in plenty, and this is a very easy gun for her to shoot and use and manipulate and be able to carry for long distances. So if your wife has trouble with the weight of an AR-15, perhaps she doesn't like the concussion or the kick, perhaps try the Kel-Tec Sub 2000, and it may ease her stress just a little bit when it comes to shooting a primary weapon. Her secondary weapon choice is the Smith & Wesson EZ380. Now I know a lot of people have some comments to say about this gun. This particular gun that we have has ran flawlessly through the time that we've had it. The ammunition is fairly cheap and easy to find around here. She has a few extra mags, and she's very comfortable shooting this pistol. So the main thing is make sure that they're comfortable with the gear that they have, well trained with the gear that they have, and confident in their skills to use it. Now footwear is a big deal in SHTF. We have to have good ankle support and a comfortable sole if we're going to be walking a long distance. We also need to think about water resistance and weather resistance and ankle support as well. So I chose these Columbia boots for my wife. She seems to like them well over some type of tactical or military style boot. They're very comfortable and lightweight for her. So find some type of footwear that's comfortable and that works for you. So as you can see, the clothing that I picked out for my wife isn't super tactical. This is something that's still going to be dull colors, but something that she feels comfortable wearing instead of dressing up in some type of full-on military style camouflage. So again, find something that your wife is going to be comfortable with. Make compromises to make sure she's going to be as comfortable and confident as possible in an SHTF situation. I choose to put the life straw in my wife's loadout because it's very easy to use and very simplistic. You take the cap off, insert it into a body of water, and suck it like a straw. She does have a water bladder on her pack, as you can see, but just to make sure that she has that extra security of water filtration, we always throw a life straw in there. I do recommend putting some type of hat in your loadout, if nothing else just to block the sun out of your eyes, but it also gives another element to your camouflage and kind of breaks up your head shape just a little bit. So I think that it's a good thing to throw into your SHTF loadout. Alright, now let's talk about my loadout. Now you've seen some of this gear in my previous videos, but this stuff is what I would actually use in a bad situation, guys. And this is what a realistic loadout would look like if something terrible kicked off and we were to have to take to the road. So I will go over my loadout a little bit more and jump in depth with you guys and just show you the kind of gear that I like to carry. First, as you can see, I just have a grunt style hoodie and a pair of Carhartt tactical pants. This isn't super tactical, it's not super military looking or camouflage. It is something basic, but again, it is earthy, dull colors that's going to blend into our environment as well. Although I do have tactical boots that protect my ankle a little better, I chose to go with my Merrell hikers on this because of their lightweight and comfort, and if we are going to be walking, they still do carry good traction and some ankle support. So I do recommend finding some kind of good footwear that's comfortable for you to wear, lightweight, and easy for you to walk long distances. If we had to leave because of a bad situation, there's no doubt I would take my Gen 5 Glock 17. I have outfitted this pistol with the Hollow Sun 507 and the Olight Valkyrie. This is my favorite pistol. I shoot it very well, and I recommend just finding a pistol that you're comfortable with, that you're comfortable and confident shooting, and make sure that you have the right accessories for that weapon, such as extra magazines and a good holster. And this is my Condor chest rig. You guys have seen this in the past. I have different videos on this setup and my theory behind the setup. You guys might have some reservations about it, but please check out my other videos to see kind of my theory behind this Recon chest rig. You guys have seen my Teton Explorer 4000 in my long-term survival video. This is my actual bug out bag, guys, and the bag that I would take with me if SHTF. Please check out the long-term survival bag if you want to see how that bag is loaded out. And last but not least, this is my Palmetto State Armory 16-inch Freedom Rifle. You can see that I've made some modifications to the weapon, as I've put a flash hider from Yankee Hill Machine, Imbus Pros, Olight Odin, a Magpul bipod, and a Vortex Strike Eagle 1-6. Although I do have guns that cost more than this one, this is my favorite rifle to shoot, and definitely the one that I would grab if SHTF. So thanks for stopping by, guys. If you have any different ideas that I had, please leave them down in the comments below. Let me know where you think I was lacking, or maybe how you set your family's SHTF loadout up. If you like this kind of content, please like, subscribe, and share. It's going to help us continue to grow and try to make the best content possible for you guys. Stay prepped up. This is PrepTexas signing off.